The World Cup has returning to Africa, and it is going to be Morocco who bring it back home. After hosting the African Cup of Nations in 2025, Morocco will be looking to host the entire continent in a 48 nation World Cup competition, which will start off in the United States, Canada, and Mexico in 2026. Morocco will be hosting it with Portugal and Spain, the Iberian border neighbors. They will be co-hosting it with Morocco. But the twist is also that in 2030, it will be 100 years of the World Cup. And since the World Cup started its first game in Uruguay, South American countries Chile, Uruguay, Argentina will host the first three games of the competition. It will be a crazy World Cup. And if you want to take part in it, you might want to start saving right now. Today, we'll discuss the World Cup returning to Africa, CAF's congratulatory message to Morocco for bringing it back home, and everything in between. We also look at Kudus Mohamed's performance for his club side in the UEFA Europa League. It was another night of action, but his third start for West Ham United in the Europa League. It's two second consecutive starts in the competition on match day. They took the lead early and ended up getting all 3 points versus Freiburg, who Ghanaian player Daniel Kofi plays for. Unfortunately, Kofi is out injured and still not back for his club side. He did not take part in this one. We'll look at all that today. As usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. We'll jump right into it and first talk about World Cup. Yes, 2030 World Cup hosts 6 countries, and they are all automatically qualified by being hosts. Portugal, Spain, Morocco will host a chunk of the competition. But first 3 games will take place in Uruguay, Chile, and Argentina. And that is what FIFA have decided on. In 2034, the oceanic regions, along with Asia, those are the countries or the continents that bids will be accepted for the competition in 2034. A mammoth competition it will be. And if you want to be traveling in and around the various countries, you might want to start stacking up right now. It's going to be an amazing tournament, and Morocco, most importantly, will be bringing it back home. After hosting the AFCON in 2025, they will look to host another big competition 5 years later in the World Cup. And CAF has gone on to congratulate them for making us proud, bringing the World Cup home. South Africa did it first. Morocco have always wanted to host it. They've tried so many times, and they say if you don't succeed, keep trying and trying again. They did just that and have got it. The Confederation of African Football congratulates Morocco and its partners, Portugal and Spain, on the decision by the FIFA Council to endorse Morocco, Portugal, and Spain to host the 2030 World Cup. The FIFA World Cup will be coming to Africa for the second time in the 100-year history of the World Cup, when Morocco, in partnership with Portugal and Spain, host the World Cup in 2030. The award of the FIFA World Cup 2030 is subject to a successful bidding process, which will be conducted by the FIFA administration and decision of FIFA Congress. President of CAF said CAF is excited to congratulate Morocco and its partners, Portugal and Spain, for the decision by the FIFA Council endorsing Morocco, Portugal, and Spain to host the World Cup in 2030. We are confident that Morocco, Portugal, and Spain, in their partnership in 2030, will be successful in the FIFA bidding process and will also obtain the FIFA Congress approval. The partnership brings together and unites Africa and Europe in football and inspires us to work together and make the world a better place. We thank His Majesty King Mohammed VI, the government, and the people of Morocco for supporting Morocco's FIFA World Cup bid. CAF believes that Morocco hosting of the FIFA World Cup will contribute significantly to the development and growth of football in Africa, particularly amongst the African youth, while population is the fastest growing, whose population is the fastest growing youth population in the world. So obviously CAF is excited by this one here, and we are all excited by it. A great World Cup to look forward to. 6 countries will be hosting it. It'll be crazy, but count me in that craziness there. So that has been it. We'll look on to my next story. It has to do with Kudus Mohammed and his side, who have once again gotten all 3 points in the Europa League. Match day 2 took place, and his side were in once again. Was brilliant on the night once again. Unfortunately for Daniel Kofi Tre, he did not take part in this one here. He was unavailable due to injury, and he's been out for quite a lengthy period of time now. Kofi Tre is still out injured. We saw some videos of him online, probably recuperating nicely, but it was not great. It has not been great for him since joining Freiburg in terms of injury and all that. We hope that he does get back onto his feet quite quickly. But Paqueta opened the scoring for West Ham United in this one here, and it was a great one for them. By Lucas Paqueta with our opener in as early as the 8th minute. Freiburg were behind. Kudus Mohammed was integral to his side's win as well, despite not getting onto the score sheet, and it was a great night in general for them. They move on to their 3rd game next 2 weeks as they look to get into the knockout phases of the Europa League, and that will be with them finishing on top. Remember, if you finish second in your Europa League group stage, you will have to play a knockout game with 3rd place teams from the Champions League, and Kudus Mohammed and his side will not want that to happen. But congratulations to them. Congratulations to Kudus, who is enjoying life. Hopefully he does get playing time in the Premier League as he is in the cup competitions. Coach or assistant coach of West Ham has said it's not that easy to slot him into the Premier League starting 11. Well, if it's not broken, don't fix it. It's probably the mantra they are, because in the Premier League they've gotten a set team that is doing well. Nothing they would want to do to destabilize that one there. So that is it there on the front of Kudus Mohammed and his club side in the Europa League versus Freiburg this Thursday night. So that has been it for today. Morocco bring the World Cup back to Africa. Kudus Mohammed and his club side West Ham United with all 3 points in the Europa League. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box on everything. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great evening.